Hello everyone, myself Vaishnavi Gharat, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. Today I am going to explain in short list and tuple in Python. So first, starting with list and tuple, we will go in short what is sequence data type. A sequence data type that represent a group of elements. The purpose of any sequence is stored and process a group of elements. In Python, list, string, tuple, range, etc. are very important sequence data types. All sequence data types allows common operations, indexing and slicing. In short, sequence data types means what? A group of elements we are using, and we are in that there are types like string, list, tuple and range. In that we are going to explain list and tuple in short. So first start with list. A list is a similar to array that contain a group of elements. Just like an array, a list can store elements. But there are one major difference between an array and list. Array can store only a one type of element, where a list can store a different types of elements. Also, a list can grow dynamically in the memory, but the size of array is fixed and they cannot be grow at a runtime. Hence, a list are more useful than array. Lists are most used data type in the Python. In short, what is list? List is a group of elements that better than array. Next, creating a list. Whenever we create a list, how we define? We are using square bracket. Lists are represented using a square bracket, and the elements are written in square bracket and separate by comma. For example, as I explained, list equals to 10, comma 20, comma minus 30, comma 23.4, comma may and comma name. What we are returning, all types of data, means there are integer, there are positive numbers, there are negative numbers, there are words, there are string. All types of data we can use in list. And list start with square bracket and end with also square bracket and separate with comma. Another example on string using list. Let's see, there are fruit list. Fruit equals to list apple, banana and cherry. There are three elements. So we are simply calling print fruit square bracket 0. 0 means what? Length. Length of 0 is apple. Then same as print fruit bracket 2. 2 means what? As count we list length start with 0, 1 and 2. That's why 2 means our cherry output. And for print third, minus 1. Minus 1 means more what? Our last item. So our last item is cherry. Then functions and method in list. So functions like length, max, min are functions. Means what? Length means what? To calculate how much a length of that string. Max means biggest number. Mean means a smallest number in the elements. Then method purpose by Python to perform various operations like methods, which are sum, indexing, append, insert, copy, texting. Indexing means what? Return the first occurrence index of the X list. Appends means what? Append the X at the end of the list. Sum means what? The return the sum of all elements in the list. Copy means what? All the elements are new list and return it. Then there are some methods in list: count, remove, popped, sort, reverse and clean. Count means what? Return the result the count of the occurrence of the X in the list. Then remove means what? The first occurrence X from the list. Then pop means what? Remove and return the last element of the list. Then sort means what? The list elements is ascending order. They are sorting the uh, list in proper ascending order. Then reverse, they are reversing. For example, we are using list 1 2 3 4, and using list method where our output is 4 3 2 1. Then clean, remove all the elements of the list. Then list operators. operations. Okay, so list operation in Python are different action where can be performed on a list using operators and built-in function such as join, repeating, membership testing, indexing, slicing, updating, deleting, and applying functions like length, max, min, and sum. So first we see join. We can simply using plus operators on a on a two list of to the join. For example, we are taking two list x equals to 1 to 1 x equals to 12, 23, 34, y equals to 26, 45, 67. There are two lists, and simply we are using print bracket x plus y. So our output is joining of first and second list. So our output is 12, 23, 34, 26, 45, and 67. Then next is repeating. Using a repeating, we can repeat the list. So we in short we see we can repeat the elements of the list n numbers of time using star operator. For example, x equals to 12, 23, 34. That's our list. Then print x into 2. So we are telling them repeating two times. So first you can see 12, 23, 34. Again they are repeating 12, 23, 34. Next, membership. We can check if a element in member of a list or not by using in and not in operation. Membership operators have two methods, in and not in. In means what? If the statement is true, then they show true, and if a statement is false, means a statement is not found, then they show us false. But using not in operation, they do opposite. If a statement is true, then they show us false. If the statement is if the statement is not found, they will show us true. For example, let's see x equals to 12, 23, 34. Print 12 in x. So our statement is true, that's why they are showing us true. Then again print 100 not in. So you can see in list there is no 100 number, yeah, digits. So that's why using not in, they are using opposite. If they are not found, they will show true. That's why our output true. Then again for in, we can see there is a no 20 number, 20 digits, so they are showing us false. And again we are seeing their print 23 not in x. So as you see there is a 23 in list, that's why they're showing us false. Next, updating. Updating a element means changing the value of the elements in the list. For example, num equals to in list 10, 20, 30 and 40. Num2 equals to 30. Changing a element in the index 2. Print num. So we are updating our elements. So what is our output? 10, 20, and we are updating means replacing a 30 to 300. So 340. So next is deleting. Deleting elements from a list can be done using DLE. In short statement, the statement takes the position numbers of elements to be deleted. For example, term equals to a list again 10, 20, 300 and 40 that we are update just now. Delete num1 means deleting an element in index 1. Index 1 means what? You have 20. And then print num. So our output is 10, 300 and 40. Then list slicing. List slicing means what? A technique to execute part means we are cutting our part in sub list of using a slicing operation. Using a colon means a slicing operation. It allows you to access range of elements without using loop. Syntax. What is their syntax? List in square bracket start colon end colon step. So this is our explanation. Start means index the slicing beginning. End means the index where the slicing ends, and steps mean different between each elements. So For example, num equals to one list 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. So we are simply just writing print num in bracket, square bracket 1 colon 4 means basic slicing. So our output is 20, 30 and 40. Then again colon 3 means third element. So our output is first three elements. So our output is 10, 20 and 30. Then colon 2 times colon means every second element. So our output is 10, 30, 50 and 70. And last one is 2 times colon minus 1 means reverse our list. So our output is 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Then next list. A list with another list is called a next list. When known that the list contains server elements, when we take a list in elements in another list, then that list is called next list. For example, we are taking two list a equals to 1 2 3 and b equals to 20 30 60 90 and comma a. So what we are doing, next list means what, one another. So we are taking two lists, first list defined as a and second list defined as b. So in second list in b you can see after 90 comma we are writing a means we are mentioning the first list. So simply we call print a. So what is our simply we calling there print b. So what is our output then, 20 30 60 90. So our first list will be displayed as 1 2 3 in that. Next, tuple. A tuple is a Python sequence which are stored a group of elements. Tuple are similar to a list, but the main difference in tuple to change after creation. Means once we create a tuple, we cannot modify it item elements. Hence, we can perform operations like append, insert, remove, etc. on tuples. Means in short, tuples and lists are similar, but the main difference is tuple cannot be changed or modified after creating. So how we create a tuple? In list we can see list as defined as square bracket and tuple is defined as brackets. So we can create a tuple using a writing elements separate by comma inside a parenthesis. The elements can be same data types or a different data types. For example, here's a tuple with a different of elements. Tuple equals to in bracket 10 20 minus 9 8 4 and string bracket complete. Then functions in tuple. There are a few functions provided in Python to perform some important operations on tuples. So as similar as in list, the tuple have also same functions, length, mean and max. Length means what? Return the number of elements in tuple. Then mean means what? Return the smallest elements in tuple. Max means what? Return the biggest elements in tuple. Then there are the methods are indexing and counting. Then example, write a Python program to access elements in a form of a tuple and display their sum and average. So what is our first start with command line. Command line means what? We are going to explain in short what is our question. So our command line is program to find sum and average of an element in tuple. Num equals to EVL means what? We are going to say that whatever our output we are returning as shown in output, there is one command enter elements. In that there directly brackets are there. So with that bracket is there. Then sum equals to 0, n equals to length num, n is the number of the elements in tuple. For I in range n, repeating I from 0 to n minus 1. As sum plus equals to num I means adding each element to the sum. Print sum of numbers comma sum, displaying sum. Then print average of number comma sum divide 9 means average, displaying average. So you see in output, enter elements in bracket. So what is our elements? We are entering 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then sum means they are simply adding it. So what is our sum? 21, and average of it means how we find average. In code we return sum divided by 9. So what is our 9 is sum is 21 divided by number. So our average is 3.5. Thank you.